Hi, my name's Julie. I just wanted to start off by saying that your artwork is amazing. I am definitely nowhere near as good as you are, and that you should totally write a children's book, even if it is a little gothic or whatever. I mean, your artwork is amazing, and there's no way your book couldn't be. So, and then I wanted to show you a book that my friend and I did when I was in 11th grade. I was in a creative writing class, and one of our assignments was to write a children's book. And so we could be in groups. So my friend Orion and I wrote a children's book. It's a simple counting book, and it's just called Basil and Rose. And she did the binding, which is really nice, by the way, and she got the paper, and basically she did most of the work. I came up with the idea of doing a counting thing, and she came up with the idea of using mice as characters, and I drew the mice, and she drew the details and stuff. So yeah. Anyway, it was definitely a collaboration. So for part of the artwork that she drew, there's little ants down here at the bottom for a detail, but basically a simple design. It says Basil and Rose. So we start off with, this is the first page. This is my mouse that I drew, Basil, and basically says that he's a brown mouse and stuff, and I don't know, if you want me to read it to you, like, comment on this video or whatever, and I'll actually read it, but right now I'll just show you the art and kind of explain to you what's going on. And then that's his sister, Rose, and she's like a white mouse, and so she has pink eyes and he has green eyes, so that's like rose petal eyes and basil colored eyes. I don't know, we're silly. Basically, just very simple. Then we basically say that this is a drawing of their family, and I think we decided the mom's name was Daisy, and I don't know if we even gave the dad a name. It's not really that important. And then here's them, their brother and sister, and they're playing, you know, whatever they're playing. He's like a Night King guy, and she's like some kind of princess or something. And then they decide that they want to go play outside. And I live in Seattle, so this is kind of set in Seattle, which you'll figure that out later. But basically, yeah, they decide they want to play outside. They decide they want to play a counting game, and Basil loves odd numbers and Rose loves even numbers, so that's another kind of lesson of the book. Sorry that the lighting is so bad, by the way. And then so they start to count as their little game, and Basil counts, sees one Space Needle. Obviously, you can kind of see that from anywhere in the city of Seattle, but you know, it kind of brings the book closer to home or whatever, and you could do it with different cities, with different national monuments. And then Rose sees two people sitting on a bench, so they just kind of, you know, go through counting. And then sees 3 lights and a stoplight. She sees 4 stop signs. And then he sees 5 bikes and a bike rack. And then she sees 6 coffee shops all in a row. And then Basil freaks out because he thinks they're lost, because they were paying so much attention to their game that they weren't really looking out for where they were going. And this is Rose laughing. It's kind of an awkward picture. But yeah, that's a laughing mouse for you in my skills. So she says basically, we're not lost, we can count our way back by looking at the stuff. And so we just start to count backwards, where she sees the 6 coffee shops and he notices the 5 bicycles. I mean, in all like, if it was logical, you know, one of the bicycles might have moved, but we're just gonna forget that, because it's a children's book. Then she sees the 4 stop signs, and he sees the 3 lights and the stop light. And then we see the 2 people on the bench. Sorry, my hand's like totally covering them up. And what's funny is, like, this girl, you probably can't even see, but this girl is, or this person, yeah, who's wearing the rainbow hat is kind of, my friend who was drawing the people has a hat that looks like that, so it's just kind of funny. And yeah, And then, so, then they see the Space Needle and they're really happy and they're jumping up and down kind of, or whatever they're doing. And then, so they make it home in time for dinner and they have dinner with their family. And then a creative little idea she had at the end was she puts all these different bug characters, like an earthworm and some beetles and stuff, and some butterflies. There's more too. And I'm Julie, I'm a snail apparently. But she named the earthworm Eartha, and I was like, you should have named her Tara. That's like a totally more normal name that has a similar kind of feeling, meaning. She's like, darn, I didn't think of that. But it's a really cool idea because children can go back and look through the books and through the book and see how many times they saw these little characters in the background. So that is the book. It is definitely not, you know, amazing artwork or anything, but I just thought you might be interested. You probably don't care because I'm definitely nowhere near your level. Anyways, just thought you might like to see a little copy. I don't know. Our friends were telling us we should get it published or whatever, and we were like, I don't know about that. But yeah, then we also had to write this really long group story. Anyways, it's probably not a very interesting video response, but I hope you enjoy it anyway.